So, I made a video unboxing these KYB AGX struts or shocks. I also made a video unboxing the shocks, the front ones, and well, they were both about 7 minutes long. So I figured I'd just make kind of a video of everything that's been going on. Now, as it is right now, I know it's been about 2 or 3 weeks since I posted a video, and not that anybody follows my channel, but I have my Maximum Motorsports subframe connectors right here, which is dope. Here we are at my truck. The only reason I have these out here is because because I don't have anywhere to put such a big item. Here's the stock catalytic converters from a factory Fox body Mustang. What's good about those is not that they're going on the drift car, but they can go on my 87, which has a full exhaust, header back, no cats, anything like that, and the sound is really awesome. We can put those on my 87 and then take the exhaust off that I put a lot of money into, and move it over to the 79 that we're working on. And lucky enough for me, we found a set of the same BBK headers that are on the 87. So should just be a put these on the engine, put the exhaust in the car, bolt it up, and go affair. So no welding, nothing like that. We're just using factory hangers, move on with our lives. That being said, while being under the car, we're gonna sandblast the chassis and paint it with this chassis saver. There's a lot of surface rust under there, and I don't necessarily want to build this car so it can be Swiss cheese in a few years. We'll sandblast the engine block, kind of do the exact same thing to that, and then just paint it with this black. Honestly, I might paint the engine block pink if I can find a high temp paint for that, just because of the way the whole car is seeming to go. Now we've got the KYB AGX adjustables here. This one was shipped in without the strap on it, so I will ask about that later, find out if that's an issue. But it is a adjustable at the top. Now these are the fronts, so these will be adjustable underneath the hood, and then the rears are adjustable underneath the car. So this is where it bolts to the axle, and then this will either face the brake calipers or inside towards the axle housing. I'm likely going to put it so they face inside towards the axle housing. Maybe develop some sort of cover or something that'll go on those. I don't know if that is like a weak point for those or anything, but that is kind of cool. Another cool thing that you may not know if you're thinking about buying these is that, for me anyways, they did come with the sticker and the bushings for the upper end of things where it bolts into the trunk, which is really nice by my opinion. I like having that. Where'd you go in? There you go. It's nice to have those little parts, because otherwise I got to spend, 10 or 20 bucks on a set of those, and you know what I mean? Like, it's just little nickel and dime parts. On top of that, the bushings for these, I did notice on the bottom, are a little bit soft, so I'm not sure how long they're going to last. I can't imagine an acrylic or poly sleeve would be too hard to fit in there. If it came down to it, I don't want to, but if that's something I have to do to, repair $100 shock, then that's what I will do. But I wish the rubber was a little bit stiffer there, but I'm sure, these are sporty passenger car struts. They're not necessarily coilovers or, pillow ball joint or whatever harsh ride coilovers. Next up here, we've got our axle housing bushings. I open this, there's just bushings for the differential, and then bushings for the pinion, as well as a pinion nut. Over here, hopefully I don't have to censor that out. I'll go over this again. Oh, you know what? Oh, I don't even live at that address anymore. Oh, I didn't even know where that address is. Huh. Cool. So I've had these gears for my 87 for a very long time. I got them when Trump was running for office. So Make America Great Again is on there. That being said, oh, you can peel it off and stick it on something. That's pretty cool. 373 gears. They've got a crush washer or crush sleeve and a pinion nut. So 373s will go in there with the Explorer engine. We're hoping to make about 300 horsepower, maybe 280 crank. Next up is this box, which is a lot of little things. Now, there's a whole bunch of stuff in here. Now, I've never done gears before, but I wanted to make sure I got the pinion depth and everything perfectly correct. So we've got a new pinion seal. We've got a couple of crush sleeves in there. Good brand, of course. I'm for the difference between $4 and $10, I'll buy Spicer over unbranded stuff. Detroit Axle has been really, really good to me over the years with control arms, ball joints, bushings, things like that. So I went ahead and bought a lot of my stuff from them. I've always wanted to try out their brake pads, so I got a set of rears, and of course another set of rears because I'm going to be utilizing the 2 caliper rear. We've got brand new ball joints or tie rod ends, inner and outer, as well as some really good quality rubber sleeves for the steering rack. We also got seals and bearings for the inside or the outside of the axle tubes, which is nice. Got our outer tie rods down there, and then and then here's our dual caliper brackets from TerraFab, which I'm excited about. A lot of the ones online, like the Drift American ones, they looked really, really dinky. These ones are really they're heavy and strong. I don't love how heavy they are. I wish they were made of aluminum, but I'd rather they be heavy steel over dinky steel or low quality aluminum, etc. So here's the Drift American ones. As you can see, I mean, comparatively, given I've never seen or touched these, and I'm sure they work just fine because a lot of people like them, but I don't know if you can tell, it just looks like it's much thinner steel to me. And I don't know why these brackets are separate instead of welded on or whatever. It just seems like a much lower quality product to me. I mean, you can see a scratch on that one, and I don't know. It just seemed like a much lower quality product to me. On top of that, if we do, there's in my search history, you can see, here's the ones that I ordered. The washers are welded on. Just kind of tack welded in place, but these are actually cheaper too, and TerraFab is a really big name in axle stuff, so I don't know, I just trust the construction of it a little bit better. On top of that, I mean, these ones with looking dinky and being more expensive and coming from a company I've never worked with, I don't know, that's just kind of my motivation. But yeah, we oh, you know what, here's another option. Let's see, it's not Fiat IRS. Oh, I like this one better. Yeah, maybe that's like an updated one or something. Probably would have bought that. I don't know about this one. I would have much preferred getting like an aluminum something like this, something with this kind of machine quality on it. This looks like a generated or a CAD image, but who knows. As of right now, we're getting up to 10 minutes on this video, so make sure you like and subscribe, follow for all my Mustang drifteronies. Happy to share it with everybody. I'm gonna keep doing it whether you guys watch me or not, but yeah, it's gonna be a fun time. But as of right now, we've got enough stuff, aside from we need the front calipers and the front calipers and brake lines, master cylinder and brake booster, and we'll be able to put the car together, set it on the ground, roll it, steer it, stop it with all these parts once they're installed. So that's kind of the next goal. But yeah, we'll probably track down some of those as we get the chassis sandblasted and ready to have all these installed. Once the chassis is sandblasted and painted, we're going to throw the K-member in there, get it squared out. Oh, and we also need to get the rear tubular control arms. But we'll get the K-member in there, get that squared out, install the axle, strut springs, and then put all the brakes and everything in. It's going to be a good time. And then we can move on from there to getting our drivetrain ready to put in the car, and then we'll start working on wiring and interior. Yeah, I'm pretty excited because a lot of this is like nickel and dime stuff. All the other stuff, I've got this much or more for, just engine and such like that. So really, really excited.